Patricia, thank you so much for your time this morning. I
Thanks for having me.
I have to tell you that I was a big fan of your grandfather, and I met him
Oh,
when he was doing
oh,
Hollywood Squares.
wow, that's so cool. You must have been a little boy.
No, I started in the days of silent television. That's how old I am. Um,
Wow.
yeah.
No.
Ah,
Are you? No, come on, you're silly.
uh, Congratulations on Severance. What a very creepy and interesting series it is.
Yeah, it is definitely. It has a very weird tone, and I think that's something that we as actors were struggling with. Like, is this funny? Should we go more towards the comedy? Is this darker? And it was really interesting because Ben just had us modulate, and ended up having to trust him. And it has a very interesting tone that's unlike anything else.
Yeah, each episode kind of has it's like different ice creams. It has different flavors to it and
Mhm.
textures.
Yeah, well, for me, my main character is Harmony Cobell, and she's so indoctrinated to this organization, this corporation. And when I was getting ready, I was looking at cults and military and religious extremism and how do these structures kind of work? And when you're in upper management, how do you stay in upper management? And what does that sound like? And what does the verbiage sound like? And what are the weird punishments that come when you misstep in these corporations? What happens to you?
Yeah,
Um,
it
yeah,
speaks to the human condition on various levels, and it's so layered. And I
yeah,
love a series where audiences need to work a little bit to kind of understand the point.
yeah. I like that too. I think when you talk down to your audience, it's boring and they could feel it, and you know they're just as smart as the filmmaker, and they're just as invested, and they care about good material too. I mean, I'm proud to be a part of this because there's so many great actors and they're doing such interesting things. And we have this writers who are writing really interesting material. And then Ben is a great director, and Aoife, and the composition of the shots is beautiful. It's not like, let's make the show as quick as we can, over the shoulder, a master, cut with a close up. They really are thinking about the shots, of taking time to do these shots that really put you in the mood, and you see the place from different perspectives.
And like yourself, who's a director as well, I mean, every set has got to be an education as to camera placement and light and shadow and the use of texture.
Yeah, and I feel like even though I've been on sets for so long, I felt my way through the camera, but I feel like Ben has a real facility and he's really doubled down on looking at that, and he's been a student of that for a long time and incorporated it into his films. We did Escape It Down to Mora together, and that was visually completely different. And again, beautiful and fascinating. I'm excited about learning more about that aspect of film.
Yeah, it's so much to learn and do. You're working on Gonzo Girl now. How is that coming?
Yeah, so I just directed my first feature, starring Willem Dafoe and Cami Maroney, and I'm in it also.
Yeah.
And my cast is amazing. The acting is wonderful. Bobby Bukowski shot it, who shot Till, also
Mhm.
cinematographer. And I think the music's great, and I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, and Willem Dafoe is no slouch. Leela George is in it as well, and
Yeah,
he's
she's
amazing.
great. And Ray Nicholson, I don't know if you know his work. He's wonderful, and Zoe Blue is great. Um, yeah, and also this actress Elizabeth Lail, who's
Mm.
really great too. I feel like I really lucked out with the actors. They all came, and the acting's really solid.
As Severance comes back for season two, are you going to be directing an episode?
Not this season, no. No.
I would
But
love to see
I actually enjoy watching these directors.
that.
Maybe someday I will, but I feel like I kind of had a crash course in direction this summer doing this little movie. And I feel like now I'm ready to soak up more knowledge from the directors around me.
In our final seconds we have, what do you think audiences are going to take away from season 2 of Severance?
I think if they're anything like me, they're going to be surprised as they move along, because I've been very surprised as the scripts came across my desk about where the story was going. And we love our fans, and we're excited to see what they have to say about it.
I was so excited to talk with you. You are just one of my favorite people, and
Oh, thank you so much.
thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you. Thanks.
You take care.
You too.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.